everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a 3-in-1 comparison on Tarte mini eyeshadow palette. Still working on the title. Anyway, these are three mini eyeshadow palettes that Lorac has released. They released a lot of smaller eyeshadow palettes, but these are all in similar packaging. These three right here. So I thought I would talk about the formula, which one you might like the best, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started. So the newest one to their collection is the Tartelette Flirt palette. This is basically a mini of the Tarteist palette. So you get some warm shades. This is very, 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 very nice. I can't really think of anything bad about it, except I'll show you next time I do a sparkly shade. The sparkly shades, as well as the powdered shades, do have a little bit of kick up. They're a bit powdery, but you know, that's fine. I really don't mind. But let me show you when I pick up sparkly shade. The sparkly shade right here. Okay. See if you can see it on my finger. If anything, you should be able to see it in the swatch. So let me show you the shades. It's great pigment. They did a marvelous job. I mean, oh my gosh, there's so much on my hand. But you can even see in the palette, you might not be able to, there's powder all on the palette. But these are the 6 shades. Alright, so this one is Gaze. Next one is Tort, just a beautiful shade. Next one is Hotline. And back at the top, this one is Playful. The next one is Passion. And then this one is Snuggle. So I do really enjoy this. I would say if you want to try out warm eyeshadows and maybe you hadn't yet, this would be a great way to do it. It's half the price of the the Tarte Toasted palette. You get some beautiful blendable, wonderful shades. I would highly recommend it. I really do enjoy it. As I said, it's a bit powdery, so just make sure you kick up the excess on your brush or do your eye makeup first. So I really don't have anything bad to say about that one. I really don't. I think the only bad thing is there's a lot of kick up, but that's fine because they blend and they stay. So I really do enjoy that one. And then the next one, I think this is the first one that came out. It's the Tartelette Tease palette. This is the most recent one to my collection, I guess you could say. I'd say this is kind of like a mini for the Tartelette in Bloom palette, maybe, or maybe even the first one, even though the first one did not have any shimmer. Reminds me the most of the first palette because, as you'll see, it has kind of a purple undertone. I will say my biggest complaint with this palette is, let me show you here. So these two shades are very light and very similar, and then you have the two dark mattes, and it's like I wish they had done the same thing that they did with the Flirt palette, you know? They gave you two nice shades, but then in this palette, these two pinks are almost the same color, so I wish this pink was like darker, like a medium pink or more of a purple color, because it's hard to create an eye look, but I love the shimmers. Like, let me show you. The shimmers are beautiful. So that was a bummer. That was irritating, but they swatched beautifully. I got this one, let's see. I don't know when I got this one. It was a while ago. It's really, 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 really gorgeous. And for some reason, the darker shades in this one are really powdery, but the lighter shades are not. But the shimmers are too, but the two light pinks are not. They don't really do any kick up at all, but I'm kind of in the habit of just tapping my brush. But anyway, let me show you the colors. Now, the first color right here is Whisper. You really can't see that. It's almost the same color as my skin tone, but it's really beautiful. The next shade is the shimmer shade on top, which is Crush. This color is Heartbreaker. The one beside it is Wink. Then we've got First Kiss over here, and then BFF over there. I will say this is my least favorite palette simply because of my major gripe that these two light pinks are so similar. It would have been nice if they put in a bit of a darker color, like maybe a brown or a purpley tone or something else. But I can create a really beautiful look, but there's not a lot of distinction between the look. It has to be a really dark look for me, just because there is no like middle shade for me to work with. But if it catches your eye, the formula is great, but that is my gripe about it. And also, I gotta say, I love the packaging on these. Oh my gosh, they did Lorac, not Lorac, why do I keep saying Lorac? Tarte did an amazing, fabulous, wonderful job. I love the packaging. I think they did an awesome job. Next one, and this is my first palette, the one that I absolutely love, which is why I bought the other two, because I'm like, you know, I love this one so much, I wonder how good the formula is and stuff like that of the other two mini palettes. So this is the Tarte Tarteist Pro to Go. They also have a contour or bronze palette. It has a bronzer and two highlighters in it, and that's great. I haven't purchased it, but I've swatched it, and that's beautiful too. They're kind of like a duo if you wanted to get that. And this is beautiful. Now, this eyeshadow formula is the most different from these two, and I love this. It's one of the most different formulas Tarte has ever done. It's one of the best ones in my opinion. It reminds me a little bit like if Tartelette and Bloom palette and like a Lorac Mega Pro palette like went together and made a palette, like combined formulas or something, because it's blendable but not too powdery. It's just wonderful. My favorite shade in here is the orange and the gold. I also love the purple. I don't really use the brown as much, but I still love it. And it does have a bit of a smell, kind of like, I don't really know what kind of smell, but it does have a bit of a smell. But like only if you're like right in it like I was, but it does have a bit of a smell, so if you're a little sensitive, that might bother you. But I seriously, this is the one I would recommend, because also it is a neutral palette, and I know most people are neutral people, you know, they're like, you know, they want neutral palettes. But it's beautiful. It really is. I think it's seriously one of the best palettes Lorac has ever, not Lorac, why do I keep saying Lorac? Tarte has ever done. I wish they would release like a big version or another version, because it is so wonderful and amazing. You know, bravo Tarte. Alright, so on top, you can barely see that color. It's Drive. Next color is Stylin'. And we got this brown sparkly one right here is Boss. The gold beside it is Hype. Over here we have Crisp, which I think might actually be in the Tartelette Toasted palette. That name sounds familiar, but it might not. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Next one, and the next and final one is Dominate. I love this palette. You know, my sister got me this for Christmas 2 years ago, and I love it. It's one of the best gifts and best palettes I've ever received. It's without a doubt one of my favorites because of the formula, and it's awesome. Now, I will say I do enjoy all of these palettes. I love this one because of the packaging is wonderful. It's black. I love black, and it's black and gold. It's classy. I love the mirrored package, the mirrored right here. The names are really cute. I love how blendable and wonderful they are. I feel like you can get like a neutral smoky eye. You can get a natural eye. You can get a fun look with this purple. It's so pretty, and it's great for travel because it's so small. Now, the Tarte Flirt palette is so cute. I really do enjoy this one. It's very powdery, as I said, but I enjoy this for a warm tone look. If you wanted to travel and take a smaller palette, this is great. And then the next palette, you know my one gripe about that is I wish that they had like a medium tone shade. But again, this is beautiful. Nothing's wrong with the formula. It's just my gripe. All of these are really wonderful. Tarte did an amazing job. And so if you were interested in any of these, I would recommend them. I hope if you did want to get one of them, you'll know which one you want now. So yeah, let me know any other like mini palettes you want me to try. I'm thinking about doing a video on mini palettes. I was trying to think if I've done it before. I know I've had it on my list. It's like pocket palettes. I saw a YouTuber I used to watch do this video forever ago, and so I'm going to look and see if I've done it. If not, plenty of palettes I want to talk about and tell you if they are worth it or not. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a good day and a good week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.